Good day to you, my kindreds. Thank you for tuning in for another episode on my channel, Nourishment 101 Holistic Therapy. I'm Kiana Hines, your personal certified holistic nutritionist, if you do not already have one of those. And please like and subscribe, as well as click the bell so that you'll be notified anytime I put a video up. Why? Because you're here for a reason. You want to know more about the body that you were never taught in school, which is elemental and fundamental. And also, this information concerns you or possibly a loved one that can help in the healing process. Today, we will discuss 10 little known practices that slow the aging process, but also promote healing from the inside out. And the first one is to reduce the amount of products that you put on your skin. Your skin is the largest organ in your body and also one of the main sources of elimination. It has pores that pass small amounts of carbon dioxide and oxygen through, so it needs to breathe. But when you put lotion on your skin, you clog these pores and also you eliminate the ability for the skin to pass toxins out through sweat glands. Also, when you use soap on your skin, you're washing away the skin's natural protective layer of oil called sebum. Now listen closely, because sebum is what helps you to age slower. Why? Because it is the body's natural oil and natural protective layer that not only keeps out pathogens, but also keeps the skin moisturized, supple, and soft. So this is what you're doing. You're using harmful soaps to strip away this sebum, and then once it's stripped, your skin feels dry. Now your body is also exposed to more toxins and more pathogens. Then you also add a layer of artificial moisturizer, which we call lotion, and then that clogs your pores up even more. I personally have not used any soap products in more than a year, and I do not use anything on my skin that I cannot eat. Water is a natural element, and it is more than capable of cleaning your skin without having to have any man-made products, which, by the way, no animals in nature need to use, nor do they despise the way that they smell. So we could do a whole video on skin alone and what you're doing to it. So just take this practice, do your own research into it, and begin applying it to your daily routine. So if you're interested in learning more about this subject or learning what my daily skincare routine is, visit my site www.nourishment101.com. And there you can become a member to receive unlimited access to more information like this, that is not only ancestral information that has been suppressed, but also that is still very relative to today's natural ways of survival. Now that brings us to practice number 2, which is eat for nutrition and not for taste. I can't tell you how many of my clients won't try foods that they used to hate or despise as a child just because the way they remember it tasting. But a lot of these foods that we don't like to eat naturally, that we don't gravitate to, are usually the foods that are more healing and the most beneficial for our bodies. By the way, your taste buds change every 7 years, and I guarantee you they are not the same as when you were a child. So give some vegetables that you haven't tried before, or some that you've tried and didn't like, give them a try now. And when you have a different mindset, then it changes your experience. So I guarantee that your experience when you eat these foods, if you're eating for health and for nutrition and not eating for taste, then your experience will be completely different and probably more pleasurable. Now, practice number 3, which is probably the most important, is for you to incorporate intermittent or cyclic fasting into your lifestyle. The reason fasting is so important is because it gives your body a break from digesting food all of the time. It allows your body to heal, and in the meantime, it allows your body to clear out all of the fecal matter that has been collecting in your small and large intestine. Please make note that your small and large intestine together can stretch up to about 7 feet long. And now you can see how easy it is to back this process up. And so all of those big bellies that you see men have, that we often refer to as beer bellies, are not really from beer, of course. It's from undigested food. So depending on the type of foods that you eat on a daily basis, you could still have food in your gut that has not digested from last week. So the digestion process is actually aided by bacteria and other microorganisms that actually outnumber our cells in our bodies 10 to 1. So think about that. What type of organisms are you harvesting by the types of food that you leave undigested in your gut? If you need some fasting tips, go to my website and leave me a note there, and we can discuss some methods that are going to be safer and more natural to the body. Which brings us to practice 4, which is the least stressful way to have a bowel movement and eliminate fecal matter from the body. Bending all the way over and touching your toes during your bowel movements eliminate the need to have to push as hard or strain. Not only can straining cause hemorrhoids, but it's also a sign that you're not getting enough water and that the types of food that you're eating are not easily broken down by the body. So that means you're eating a lot of processed foods and not enough natural fruits and vegetables or fiber. Number 5, take a cold shower at least once a week. This allows the body to slowly become unconditioned. See, the environments that we place ourselves in are always controlled. And when you take a cold shower, it actually kickstarts the immune system, which aids in the process of eliminating disease, eliminating toxins, and also healing injuries quicker, which is why most athletes take cold ice baths. And this brings us to practice number 6, which is also important. So this practice is to focus 5 minutes a day on conscious breathing. Conscious breathing, there's a lot that I could tell you about this, but we're just going to focus on some of the most important, which is it allows the body to eliminate toxins through the lungs, which is another main source of elimination. Also, it improves blood flow. It adds more oxygen to the blood, and more oxygen to the blood decreases the chances for sickle cell. It also, when your red blood cells are produced, they're not produced deformed. So breathing, there's so many things spiritually to be said about breathing, which again would take a whole nother video. So let's just go right on to number 7. So number 7 is get enough sleep. Nobody can tell you how much sleep your body needs. Some people say 8 hours. I only need 5 to 7 hours. It just depends on what type of foods that I've eaten and what my body tells me. Just if your body says to take a nap or relax and you have the ability to do that, listen. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, and sleep is necessary for you to feel rejuvenated. So let's just leave it at that. What more needs to be said about sleep, although there could be more said? Let's go into number 8. So number 8 is equally as important as many of all of the others I've listed, and I have not put these in any particular order because they're all very important. But number 8 is cry. Cry when you get upset and when you get stressed out, because crying is the only way that the body can release stress hormones whole without having to go through any of the other organs. And believe me, it can cause damage if it does go through some of the other organs and you hold and suppress the pain or the hurt or the stress inside. Number 9, spend at least 10 to 15 minutes a day alone. See, spending time alone, away from any distractions from the television, the telephone, your husband, boyfriend, children, or boss, or coworkers, anybody, or any other types of devices that can take your attention. See, attention is one of the most important currencies that we possess, and it is how we do business, sort of. You need to understand the saying, where the mind goes, energy flows. And this is why many people, like advertisers, marketers, they are all trying to get our attention, and most of the time it works. But when you focus that attention on yourself, there are tremendous benefits. In fact, way too many to list in this video if I wanted to end anytime soon. But just know that number 9, paying attention to yourself, has tremendous benefits that you should at least, or you owe yourself to try. Just 10 to 15 minutes alone a day. It goes a long way. So that brings us to number 10. Number 10 is filter what goes in your eyes and your ears. This is just as important as what goes inside your body, because this type of nutrition is psychological, mental, and spiritual nutrition. When you listen to music that's always sad or talking about a breakup, or it's just very down and gives you a negative mood, then that's also food that you're taking in through your ears, as well as seeing something negative like someone get killed or stabbed, or the news that always has negative information on it. You have to filter this information from entering your body on a regular basis, because this influences your thoughts, and it also influences your ideas, the things that motivate you, your habits, your awareness, your frequency. Everything is influenced by what you take in, whether it's through your ears, your eyes, your nose, or what you put on your body, which is the most obvious, but also just making sure that you understand nutrition involves your whole environment. So nothing that I've shared with you today is rocket science, and in fact it's something that you probably inherently know, but we get caught in our daily routines that we kind of forget about the simple things that life has to offer. And usually the more simple it is, the more truthful it is. Simplicity equates to energy conservation, and all organisms thrive off conserving energy. So please, if you have any questions about anything that I've spoken about here today, or if you learned something new, come back and visit me, leave me a message, drop me a line. Again, my website is nourishment101.com. I am Kiana, your personal holistic nutritionist, and I look forward to having you back on my next topic. Thank you for watching.